All right, and with the commercial sources, usually the places that are willing to do it will charge the teens more to sell the alcohol to them. It could be up to 30% more, where they gain a profit off of selling it to the teens. Usually if that's the case, they will wait till all their patrons in the store are gone and there isn't anybody there that could report them selling it to the teens, and there's no one there to turn them in for that. Many times the teens will develop a relationship with the employees that work at the commercial source. Sometimes that could be a romantic relationship, just a close friendship. Many times the teens will know which employees will be willing to sell it to them and which won't, and they'll just wait for that employee, and you know, they consistently work certain hours, so they will come during those hours. Yep, and that's how they get it, commercial sources. It's much more harder. Sometimes it takes longer, but they still are able to acquire that. All right, so there's the shoulder tapping, which they say, "Hey, mister," because pretty much they're just going up to strangers and asking them to go and purchase the alcohol for them. They'll ask someone they don't know. This is a lot more risky. It takes time. It can take a few hours just to find the right person who is willing to buy it for them and is willing to go in and get it and bring it back out. It costs extra money because they are paying the person going in to buy it some money as a favor for doing that for them. So it costs them more money to buy it that way also. This can be performed inside or outside of all of the commercial outlets, whether they're large or small outlets or a corner store, wherever they are. Ideally, the people they are looking for are younger adults or maybe homeless people. There was one paper I read that the teens or adolescents said that they will wait for a group of people because they figured if they asked someone from a group of people, that person's not going to take their money and run and steal it. All right, and then the last way they get it is by theft. They steal it from many different sources. Stealing from home is not a highly used way of obtaining the alcohol, as they're afraid that their parents will notice and they'll know that they're drinking, and they figure that their parents know what they have. They don't want to drink their parents' expensive stuff because then they'll get in trouble and get mad at them. Just a little bit harder to get away with it at home where people know what they have. Many times they will steal it from siblings and friends. There was one teen that talked about stealing it from his sister and how he drank most of the bottle. I think it was Captain Morgan, I can't remember for sure, and then filled it up with some water, and she figured it out because it was a completely different color and taste, and she got mad at him. Another area that they'll steal them from is at parties.